Today we were out and about in the markets in Singapore and we came across some fruits which we've never seen or tried before, so we thought what better way than to try them right here on the channel, and also some ones that we really love.
Now before we get into it, I just wanted to point out one small thing about me and about fruit and about our relationship. So before we started dating about 11 years ago, the only fruit I would eat was a banana. So there is 4 things here right in front of me that I've never tried before.
Yeah, but it just is testament to how great the fruits are in Asia that since we've moved here, you've tried durian. If you didn't see our video, you can view it up here. So before we get into it, please like this video and subscribe if you haven't already. I have no idea how to open this. Sam's gone in with a knife, which it just exploded. Okay.
Wow. So look, crack it open like that. In between is the fruit.
Ooh.
There you go.
Thank you. Honestly, don't know what to expect with this.
Actually,
the smell is not really giving anything away. Yeah. Cheers. Let's go.
Cheers.
Is yours very sweet?
Yeah. Mine's not sweet, juicy.
Mine's not super sweet. Quite subtle, in fact. What would you give it out of 10?
For me, because I really like sweet fruit, so I'd give it probably an 8.
Mine was not so sweet. It was kind of a subtle flavour. Reminded me similar to lychee, but not as punchy, maybe. I wasn't as blown away as you, actually. I'd say maybe a 5.
Okay,
yeah.
Let's move on to the next one.
So next, which we found at the market, was something called the Kedondong. I have really no idea what it's going to taste like. Oh, okay.
Ooh, that is like, it's very sour.
Oh, I like sour. It sort of has the same sort of texture as apple, I would say.
Guava.
Yeah, guava also. Oh, you're cutting it into smaller bits. Sam is cutting it into smaller bits. Like teeny tiny. Look how small this is. This is ridiculous. Okay, cheers, let's go. Wow. Oh, is it not sour for you? It's like insanely sour for me. Try this.
I didn't eat the skin.
Sour, right?
Oh well.
Oh wow. It is intensely sour, but I really like it. Limey, sour, that's like my taste. I love it. Sweet, not so much. Kedondong, I have to say I really enjoyed it.
If I was to rate it out of 10, I'd give it a 6.
The sourness was shock for me. But yeah, I think for me, Kedondong, thumbs up. I'd say probably an 8.
So number 3 again is something that we haven't ever come across before, and it's something that we didn't even take the name of.
No, we didn't. We just saw how interesting it looked and kind of we're like, okay, but this is something we need to try. Yeah. And we've now, since we've bought it, asked friends and family. My mum thought it was called soursop, which I've heard of. Then your friends actually said...
They said it was a sugar apple, which is a sweet sop.
Which I've never ever heard of. I've heard of soursop, but not sweet sop. So
if this is sweet, I'll like it.
It'll be up your street, yeah.
If it's sour, you'll like it.
Yeah.
So, I think you can just pull this apart.
It seems quite juicy and tender.
Yes.
Oh gosh, making a mess.
Whoa.
It kind of looks like the texture of jackfruit.
Yeah.
What does it smell like?
Oh, that smells like jam.
Jam?
That smells like jam. Smell that. That smells like jam.
Oh my god. You're right. It smells intensely sweet. Wow.
Oh, I've got it in my
I've
hands.
never smelt a fruit that is intensely sweet like that. Oh my gosh, I'm actually quite excited. You've been missing out on this for nearly 6 years.
This is so good.
I love this for you because this is, you know, as you said at the beginning of when we started dating, Sam was such a fussy eater. He only ate banana and hardly any vegetables. So now that you're trying this and you're loving it, I'm so proud of you.
10 out of 10 I'd buy this again. I could sit here and eat that, the rest of that.
Please do.
But I won't, because we have got more fruit to go.
Now, on to our next fruit, which is the pomelo, which, as I'm still quite intrigued by, is almost the size of my head. I do have to give a little bit of a disclaimer. I used to live in Vietnam and I have had pomelo before. I wasn't a fan. I think this is quite similar to grapefruit for me. So I'm quite interested, because you're a big sweet fan, as to whether you're going to enjoy this. It smells exactly, for me, it smells exactly like grapefruit. I don't know what you think.
It smells like it doesn't look like it.
This is quite small for a pomelo, I have to say. Yeah, like this is not big. You can get way bigger pomelos. I've seen ones larger than my head.
Larger than your head.
Yeah.
Okay, I hope this doesn't shoot out. The juice is coming out.
It does smell very fresh, though. Gotta admit, like. Well done.
And there it is. The smaller one, the bigger one.
It just looks like a massive lemon, doesn't it?
Oh, it smells so good though.
I'm hoping it's not too bitter, but it does smell good, I have to say. Cheers. As soon as it hit my tongue, I was like, oh, bitter flavour, I really hate it. Now that I've actually tasted the whole thing and chewed and swallowed and everything like that, the taste that I'm left with is actually quite sour and I quite like it.
I would give that a 7 out of 10.
You know what, I'm really torn. My first bite, I was like, I almost thought I was like gonna have to spit this out. Second bite, much better. The lingering flavour I'm getting now is so refreshing. It's very limey, in fact.
It's really nice.
And when I was eating that second bit, it was very like orangey in a way. So
do you know what? You would love this. Bit of this juice,
margarita.
A little bit of Cointreau, some tequila. If you had a pomelo margarita, I'm sure you would drink them down. Okay, and your rating?
I'm gonna go with what the lingering flavour is, and it's really, I'm enjoying it. So I'll say a 7.
And you saw our reactions when we ate it, it's so different, but we scored it exactly the same. Next up is a fruit that I first tried when we were in Malaysia. I was kind of on a journey of discovery of my fruits, and it is the Langsat. So, that's yours. So you peel it. You have the big thing, broken into segments like I said, and then the small segment, it's got like a little seed. I don't know if you can see it. There's a little seed in the middle. But it is so sweet and juicy. You're going for a small one.
I'm hoping it's more sweet, the smaller one. So for me, this is much, much sweeter than the Pulasan, which we tried, and I'm enjoying this.
Before I did this taste test, this would be my favourite fruit that I would get in Singapore or Malaysia. But I have to say now that I've eaten the Pulasan, which tastes very similar to this, but only has one seed, it makes eating it so much easier. I do really enjoy it. I think I would give that a 7 out of 10.
I think I would give this an 8 rather than the Pulasan, because for me it was there. This is sweet. The texture is great. The only thing that's the downside for me is the seeds, but much more flavourful for me is this compared to the Pulasan, and I would say an 8 definitely. So from Sam's favourite Asian fruit to mine, which is the mangosteen. And one thing my mum always told me is be careful when you open the mangosteen because it stains. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to be very careful when we're opening it. And it's very easy. I'm just going to try and show you a demonstration. You literally kind of put your thumbs in and it falls apart very easy like that. And what's inside is again kind of similar to the Pulasan and also Langsat. Great white colour. This one's a very juicy mangosteen. I can give you this.
Thank you.
But yeah, hands down, mangosteen is my absolute favourite Southeast Asian fruit. Let's go. Cheers. Oh, you ate it already. Okay, never mind. So juicy. Didn't even have any seed in my last segment.
Yeah, when we first had it in Malaysia, I was like, I first tried this on the same day that I tried the Langsat. Trying it today, it is sweet, it is nice, it is refreshing. Think I misjudged it.
Yes! Yes! A win for me.
If you were to rate it, what would you give it?
10 out of 10, 100%.
Okay. I would probably give it, today, trying it, an 8 out of 10. And that brings us to the end of this video. But before we go, I want to know what fruit you should buy again.
Okay, well, it's kind of hands down, 100% for me, mangosteen, number one.
For me, it would have to be the sweet apple, the sweet salt. I just think it's a fruit that I would not have even entertained buying if it wasn't for this video.
It was really surprising, I have to say, because I honestly thought, okay, it looks kind of like an artichoke, wasn't really sure what to expect. And I'm so glad that, like Sam said, because of this video, we've actually gone out after like 6 years of living in Asia and tried it.
If this video has taught us anything, if it's taught you anything, and if this channel in particular has taught us anything, it's always be open to new things, always try new things, because you never know what you're going to get.
I'm so glad to hear you say that, because, you know, 11 years ago Sam would not have been saying this, so it's a real, you know, journey that you've come on, especially with fruits, and I think mostly Asian fruits are to thank for that, so I'm glad.
But I'm just glad we got a great selection of stuff.
Yeah.
And I really hope you enjoyed the video.
Well guys, thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate every time that you come back to our channel. Please like this video because it helps other people find us, and do subscribe if you haven't already.
And before we go, we just want to say a massive shout out to Gary.
Yeah, he actually came up to us today. We were eating at the hawker centre and he recognised us from this channel, and I have to say it was really great to meet people because of this channel and interact, and he's also given us some more food recommendations, so we can't wait to try. Thank you so much.
And we'll see you on the next one.
Bye.